everybody. So yesterday you heard me read this story to you called Double Those Wheels. And I want us to take a careful look today at what the word double means. Okay, so if we have the word double, we might know our double facts. Now let's think of our double facts. Ready? If I have 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, or 2 plus 2, or 3 plus 3, or 4 plus 4, right? So 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4, and 3 plus 3 is 6, and 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 5 would be 10. 6 plus 6 would be 12. Those are, in addition, what we would consider our double facts, and you know those facts like the back of your head. You don't even have to think about them. You know those answers real fast, right? Excuse me. Today we're going to take a look at how we could use these, the idea of doubling a number, adding it to itself, taking the number and adding it to itself, and how we could work with that in multiplication, and how multiplication, multiplying by 2 is like doubling. And then we're going to take a look at how we could find out how to multiply by 4 by using our multiplication by 2. All right? Okay. So today we're going to work through lesson 4.1 in our math book, and it starts on page 191. So I need you to gather your math book, open to 191, and a pencil, and we're going to work through it together. And I'm going to do it on this Jamboard, and we're going to see how that works. Okay? All right. So the very first problem that they want us to take a look at, it says 2 students are in a play. Each of the students have 3 costumes. So how many costumes do they have in all? Okay, so some important things that we want to focus in on that one. Ready? 2 students. There are 2 students. So we circle our numbers. 2 students are in a play. And each, that's an important word, of the students has 3 costumes. Okay? What does the word each tell us? Well, the word each would tell us that both of the 2 students have 3 costumes, or that there are equal groups, right? So what does the word each tell you? The word each tells us, let's make this ready. I'm going to type that in. It tells us that each tells us there are equal groups. I got to fix that for us, sorry. Equal groups, right? Because they each have 3 costumes. Let's see if I can get it up there. Okay. How can you find the number of costumes the 2 students have? Well, there are a couple different ways you could do it, right? Well, one way is you could use addition, right? So you could say, okay, well, 3 plus 3, whoopsie, not 3 equals 3. 3 plus 3 would be one way to do it, because one student has 3 and the other student has 3. So it would be 3 plus 3. Or I could say there are 2 students and they each have 3 costumes. So it would be 2 times 3. Okay? Now, multiplying when there are 2 equal groups is like adding doubles. So if we are trying to find doubles, we're trying to find the equal groups, okay? So we could draw and use counters to show our costumes. If each of these circles are a student, they'd each have 3 costumes inside there, right? So I could draw my counters in there. That would be 1 costume, costume 2, costume 3, and then over here, this student would have 3 costumes, right? Okay, so we'd have 2 groups of 3, or 3 plus 3, which equals 6, or 2 groups with 3 in each group. Either way we do it, if we're adding or we're multiplying, how many costumes do they have in all? 6. Okay, so one way we did it was adding, and I think Stella was telling us that on our Zoom call for 3H yesterday, that you could double the number, right? Add the number to itself, or we could take the number of costumes and multiply it by 2. Okay, let's keep rolling. On the bottom of that page, let's try. Are you ready? So, if we have 2 times 1 is equal to 1 plus 1, 2 ones, 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Or 2 times 2 is equal to 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. 2 times 3, good, is equal to 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. 2 times 4 is equal to 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8. 2 times 5 is equal to 5 plus 5, which is equal to 10. Okay, keep on rolling. 2 times 6 is equal to 6 plus 6, which is equal to 12. 2 times 7 is equal to 7 plus 7, which is equal to a total of 14. 2 times 8 is equal to 8 plus 8, doubling that number, which is equal to 16. 2 times 9 is equal to 9 plus 9, which is equal to 18. What would 2 times 10 be? Do one more. 2 times 10 would be 10 plus 10, which is equal to 20. Good. What do you notice about all the products here? Take a quick peek at all these products. Let's see. Look at the products. Or the sums. I guess they're the sum when we're adding, or they're the product when we're multiplying, so they're different, I guess. What do you notice about doubles? They are all even Steven numbers. All doubles are even Steven numbers. Good job. Okay. Now, ready? Keep on rolling. You're going to turn to page 192. When there are 2 in each group, you can count by 2s. Okay, so before, on this problem, first problem, there were 2 groups, and so we could double the number. In this problem, ready? Each group is going to have 2. So, ready? There are 4 students with 2 costumes each. So we can count by 2s 4 times. How many costumes are there? We could skip count by 2 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where did we end up? At 8. So the 4 students have 8 costumes in all. Have 8 costumes in all. I can't fit costumes in there. Can you fit costumes in there? We got to label our answer. Costume. Whoops. 8 costumes in all. And here's the question. How can you decide whether to count by 2s or to double? Okay? And what really is important to understand there is if we have groups of 2, we can count by 2s. But if we have 2 groups with, different number in them, then we just double that number. So if I have 2 groups of 10, I just double 10. If I have 2 groups of 7, I double 7. But if I have 7 groups of 2, I'm going to want to count by 2s 7 times. Okay? All right. So then let's look at this last example. We can use doubles to find 4 times 5. Okay? Now, what I want us to understand, ready? 4 is the double of 2, right? So take a look at this illustration, and this illustrates it really nicely for us with our pictures. Ready? When you multiply with 4, you can multiply with 2 and then double the product, okay? So if you have 4 times 5, you know 2 times 5. So 2 times 5 is 10, right? 2 groups of 5 is 10. And then in order to make it 4 times 5, we have to double this product. So then it would be 10 plus 10. So we take the product and then we double it, 10 plus 10. Okay? Or 2 times 10. Right? So 4 times 5 would be 20. All right, now that sounds a little confusing. And it's actually not as confusing as you think. Okay, so could you look at your, or take it, just use your whiteboard for a second. Okay, now remember your double facts. Okay, ready? So let's do another example of multiplying by 4. Okay, I'm going to flip this upside down. That would be confusing. Okay, ready? Let's say I have 4 times 7. Okay, I need to figure out 4 times 7. Well, in my head, this is what I can be thinking. Okay, I can be thinking in my head, 2 times 7 is equal to what? 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 7 plus 7. So 2 times 7 is 14. If 2 times 7 is 14, I didn't make that bubble big enough, did I? If 2 times 7 is 14, then 4 times 7 is 14 doubled. 14 plus 14. And 14 plus 14, if I add my 1s would be 8, and I add my 10s would be 2, is 28. So 4 times 7 is 28. I did my 2, I doubled my 2 times 7, and then I doubled that product. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do 4 times 8. Okay, 4 times 8. Well, if I know that 2 times 8, which is the same thing as 8 plus 8, 2 times 8 is 16, because I know my doubles. If 2 times 8 is 16, if I double this 16, I'm going to get 4 times 8. So 4 times 8, 16 plus 16 is going to give me 4 times 8. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is... So 16 plus 16 is 32. So 4 times 8 is 32. Why does this work? Because if I double 2, I get 4. So I could break this 4 into 2 and 2, multiply 2 times 8 twice, and I get my product. Now, at the end of the day, you're going to memorize your 4 times table. But to see how they're related is really helpful. Okay? We want to see how we could use one fact to help us get another fact. Okay? So let's say it's even a really hard fact that you might not know. Okay, let's try one that you might not know. Let's say 4 times 12. Okay, let's do 4 times 12. Well, 2 times 12 I know. Because I know 2 times 12 is 12 plus 12, which is like the hours on a clock, which equals 24, right? So if 2 times 12 is 24, 4 times 12 is 24 plus 24. So I just add 24 plus 24, and I get 48. So 4 times 12 is 48. Okay? We're going to be using that strategy. Now, like I said, you're going to end up memorizing your 4s table. That's what you're going to need to memorize. But the 2s can help you with the 4s because they're related. Okay? All right, now let's flip back to our math book. And let's do the very bottom of 192. All right. Double 2 times 7 to find 4 times 7. Okay, so multiply with 2. 2 times 7 is 14. And then you're going to double the product. The product is the answer when you multiply. So 14 plus 14 is 28. So 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, so knowing your doubles, 2 times 7, helped us find 4 times 7, because all we had to do was double it. Uh-oh, I'm running out of time. Okay, on this page, you are going to do some simple multiplication. Okay, you're going to do some on your own. This one shows, what does this picture show? This shows 2 groups of 2. 2 times 2 is 4. This shows 3 groups of 4, and 3 times 4 is 12. Uh-oh, sorry, 12. Okay. Now, these you are doubling. Now let's try number 5 because that's going to be a tricky one. Okay, now, if I know that 9 times 2, if I know that 9 times 2 is 18, then 9 times 4 is 18 plus 18. I'm going to double my product. 18 plus 18